key for the Clippers. Dominate the paint. San Antonio gives up, last 4 to 5 games, the Clippers have been able to score 53 points in the paint. Also, transition offense, the Spurs are giving up about 18 points a game in transition.
Third on that list, but we had to cut it off, was protect the basketball. Clippers turnover on the first possession. DeRozan picked up by Batum. Clippers win the tap. They'll have the ball to open up the fourth and final quarter. This is Keldon Johnson, and he lays it in, and he has been, per Greg Popovich, the bright spot so far in this young season.
Well, but also, too, in the bubble, that's when he kind of really took off, averaging about 14 points a game in the bubble at 26 minutes, and that just transferred and carried over to the beginning of this year.
Ibaka for 3, hit a couple of those in the win over the Suns.
Can I say this? It's so good to have big-time KP back in the fold here. So big time. I call her that all the time. Doing sidelines.
Few ball games. Beverly to Ibaka. Rhythmic 3 en route. He too misses badly.
Yeah, both he and Aldridge that time, the vision had to be slightly off. They didn't even touch the rim. But, you know, sometimes you don't want to touch the rim, just touch all net. The rim right there underneath and not the side of the backboard.
We've gotten to the point where now we're critiquing misses. Aldridge knocks it in, and that's his calling card. A mid-range jumper for LaMarcus Aldridge, and a 9-0 start for San Antonio. That prompts Ty Lue. Antonio 4 for 9. Aldridge with a couple of buckets. Batum, he loves that left corner. Exhibit A right there, and the band sings.
Defense to get open, loses his man. DeRozan is late on the closeout. When you do that in this league, a lot of times you're going to have to pay for that mistake.
Johnson again for San Antonio, given space, lets it fly and knocks it in. His 10th 3 of the season.
Well, you see early why Coach Popovich really is intrigued by this young man, his talent. Motor, his work ethic.
22 in the latest game for them, a loss to the Utah Jazz. Kennard pretends to shoot the 3, drives around the airborne Johnson and knocks it in.
Well, but that's the threat of being able to catch and shoot a mid-range jump shot.
Last time Kennard was in the lineup, the starting lineup, had 15 points. DeRozan, little mid-range jumper, grew up not too far from here, played his basketball, really learned the game in Gonzalez Park.
How many times have we seen that over his career? Him get to that free throw line extended, just rise up and put the ball in the hoop.
Leonard draws a crowd, fades and fires and fills it up, his first bucket tonight.
And that's a good sign too. I mean, for that.
Rosen known for his mid-range game, but has added a little bit of a wrinkle from above the arc. This time he gets into that painted area and floats it in. Back-to-back buckets for DeRozan. He has the last 4 for San Antonio.
Yeah, quick attack that time by DeRozan before the Clips defense got set.
Leonard tries to retaliate, nearly the same spot, same result.
Yep. Rinse and repeat on that one. Just
looked at the rim and then goes inside to Batum. Backs down on DeRozan, gets to the rim. Great defensive play by DeRozan. Better recovery by Batum.
Yeah, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and the ball bounced right back to Batum, and smartly able to pick it up and lay it in.
Batum has been both here in the first 6 games for the Clippers. They trail by 5. DeRozan to Aldridge, and a pair of all-stars continue a scoring barrage. Now Aldridge with 6, DeRozan has 4, and the Spurs lead by 7. He wearing the mask. He is not a fan, although maybe his teammates are. He'll have to wear it until the stitches come out from that collision Christmas night. He misses for just the 2nd time. Spurs rebound. Murray picked up by puts up a tough shot on an ambitious drive against a former Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, great drive. But that was the length and that athleticism that time by Murray to, get that shot up.
Batum finds a seam, draws the contact, counted and a foul. Williams.
And Lou heard me. He came in to pick up the defense.
Lou in a two-man game with Ibaka. Aggressive move. They go back to Batum, back to Ibaka. Everybody's fingerprints on the ball. This trip down, and he lays it up and in. Timeout. Is out there for the Clippers, who trail by 4, once trailed by 9. Leonard gets a screen from his Toronto teammate Ibaka on a missed play. Lou Williams comes up with it and knocks it in just as they drew it up.
It's interesting when you talk about Kawhi and his work ethic, being in the gym, because he's so quiet. A lot of people don't know a lot about him. You don't mention his name in that same category. You see a long jump shot by Walker there in regards to guys who are gym rats. You never associate Kawhi.
He had hoped to be in the pros. He said, I wanted to stay and I wanted to play at home. Didn't know if I would have a choice to do that. He was in Toronto, now in San Antonio, as Lou Williams has picked up the scoring, and the Clippers now trail by 3. Mills, a catch-and-shoot corner 3. Batum has a power play, finds Jackson with the flush, and the Clippers pull to within 1.
There's the transition right there, out in a hurry to get the easy 2.
Now, Patty Mills is not going to miss many corner threes, certainly not in a row.
Well, I mean, you shoot 53.
Jakob Poeltl is out there and reminds me a lot of Ivica Zubac in the way that they impact the game. Oh, how about Kawhi Leonard step on those size 16s and take a ride? And Kawhi Leonard puts the Clippers on top for the first time tonight.
Yeah, excellent anticipation. The swipe over the top, and the ball was coming to Walker.
Mills, a straightaway 3, and he has hit now 2 threes in his last 11 ball games, dating back to the bubble in Orlando. And again, he is a thorn in the side for everyone he plays against. Clippers now trail by 2. Zubac to Jackson. Man steps out of bounds, and the ball goes back to the Spurs.
That's the reason why you're one of the top defensive players in the league. A lot of times it's not when you're on the ball, it's the anticipation off that time. Understanding the scouting report.
Mills already has a pair of threes. Give him a hat trick in the first quarter. Remember that time I said I really like Patty Mills? Maybe not tonight.
Well, this is the 7th game where he hit at least 3 3-pointers. I mean, but Brian, when you're feeling it like that, you just clear it out, let it go, get to your spot. Don't even think about it.
Came into tonight 15 of 28. Lou Williams tries to retaliate. The Spurs have the rebound. Rudy Gay hands it off to Mills. Shot clock is turned off. San Antonio will lead going into the second quarter. The question is, by how much? Whistle and a foul as Reggie Jackson